It's all about race 8 on the program. We can see here just over 12 minutes away. Before we start going through the field, Ryan Pappenhausen is in the house. He's a proud part owner of Nangar Larry. Mick Cowley caught up with him a little bit earlier on.
I'm joined by Golden Easter Egg owner, Ryan Pappenhausen, mate. Congratulations getting this far and welcome to Wentworth Park.
Yeah, thank you. It's a bit of a buzz, really. I think I was here a few years ago and obviously didn't have a dog then, but got one this year and probably more nervous here than I am before a footy game.
Mate, what's the ride been like? Because he's won a Bull Gold Cup, a Group 2 there, and now to get into an Easter egg final.
Yeah, you just expect good things from him, really. So I say I'm nervous tonight, but you just know he's an honest battler, and obviously Mackenna's going to be hard to beat, but I've been to plenty of dog races now, so I know what goes on, I know what can happen, and you just want an honest dog in these races, and that's what he's sort of given us the past few starts and for his career, really. So, yeah, really pumped, excited, and hoping to get a win.
As a kid, you've shown and told us previously that you have a love of greyhound racing. Do you ever think you'd have a Golden Easter Egg finalist?
Nah, certainly not this soon anyway. Yeah, really lucky and really fortunate that sort of opportunity popped up. But yeah, I mean, this probably comes second to the $1 million chase, but at the same time, been around for longer, so it's a bit more prestigious. And yeah, if you can get the win, I'll be even more proud. But yeah, I'm just very fortunate, very lucky to sort of be in the position I can have a dog in this race, and yeah, hopefully can have more to come.
It's great, the fact that yourself and Tyson are down as the owners, but there's lots of people that are small shareholders as well. It's a real good vibe about this dog, isn't it?
It is a good vibe. I seen Mitchy Beer post some stuff the other week on Twitter. I think a few of the Swans boys are in it too. So yeah, a good group, and that's what sort of makes greyhound ownership is the group you buy with, and yeah, you sort of dream of them to get these races, and I guess the dream's for him to win them. But yeah, special night, and yeah, hope it goes well.
Have you done the form? What do you think? Where do you think you'll be around the first turn?
If he's anywhere at the top around the first turn, I'll be quite confident. But we obviously got Mackenna there in 2, and yeah, he's pretty special. He's beaten the clock. He's probably got lengths in the field. So, but like I said, anything can happen. I've worn my black tonight, and good luck. So hopefully, get the job done.
Mate, would be remiss not to touch on footy. The Storm, a good win the other night. Got a tough game against South this week, though.
Yeah, tough game. I think they just had the bye too, so I think they're still trying to figure things out, and there's no better week to figure it out when you got the bye. So yeah, we know we're up against it. They always turn up against us, and yeah, Anzac Day, it's always a special game, so not hard to get up for, and yeah, hopefully get another win and go 6-1.
Mate, how's the body been since obviously the dramas of last year, the comeback this year? Everything going good?
Yeah, I think so. I still think I'm finding my feet a little bit, but I think my role's probably changed a little bit in the side, and yeah, I feel like I'm building well and getting more confident each week. So yeah, as long as I can keep going on that trajectory, I think I'll be all right. But just lucky I've got some really good teammates around me that can probably do the job at the moment, and I can just sort of focus on a couple of simple things.
Mate, if it happened tonight, which would take pride of place, a Golden Easter Egg trophy or a Clive Churchill medal?
I'm going to say NRL Premiership. No, this would be pretty special though. I mean, obviously, something off. This is a hobby of mine. It's a bit of an outlet. Yeah, you sort of need things to take your mind away from footy sometimes, and this is it for me. So, yeah, to succeed in this game would be pretty special. But yeah, I don't think you can go past the premiership.
Mate, congratulations on getting this far. You're a great ambassador for the sport. We really appreciate it. Appreciate your time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryan Pappenhausen there with Mick Cowley, of course, a part owner of Nangar Larry. He'll jump from box 7. Jared Timms from Ladbrokes is here. Can we get a price on Nangar Larry, Jared? And who is the favourite? Mackenna. What's the price for her?
A little bit easy on Nangar Larry recently, Simon. $8.50 out to $12 now. Mackenna is a very firm favourite, $1.65.
There you go, Battler. Look, the Golden Easter Egg is a race that everyone wants to win. The Zamets have had some success on this track in the last couple of months. Mick Cowley has caught up with the Zamet camp. They've got all natural jumping from box 6.
I am with Mick Zamets. Mick's wife Selena trains the dog. Mick, you had a lot of success here last year in a $1 million race. Could you do the double with this dog?
It'd be great if we could. Look, well, we're in it, so we're a chance, obviously. But yeah, he'll need a little bit of luck early. But he's if he can improve his box manners, he's certainly a chance.
He certainly improved. That first run was a pretty handy run in the heat, and then certainly improved, I thought, last week as well.
Yeah, it was a real good run. He's an on-pace runner. You'll know with him, when they go to the post, he's got to be up there and probably lead will be in the first couple to be a hope. But yeah, it's a hard field as you'd expect. We've just got our fingers crossed, like everyone, I suppose.
I reckon so, mate. As you, you never tire of getting in Group 1 races anywhere, do you?
Oh no, it's a dream. Yeah, it's a dream. It's pretty exciting.
Mate, I hope you've told your wife to breathe nicely this time if you do happen to win. I remember last time the $1 Million Chase.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. She'll be right.
Good luck in the final, mate.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Mick Zammit there with Mick Cowley, an all-natural. Can this dog come out of the shadow of his brother JSJ? Interestingly, last week Mick said when they were breaking in, if he had to choose, if he had to make the choice of one or the other, he probably would have chosen all-natural. Maybe just hasn't had the luck that his brother JSJ's had. Of course, the $1 Million Chase winner, but Battler, you don't mind him at the price?
I think he's got a tremendous chance. He's a beautiful-looking red fawn dog. I love red fawn dogs. He's a lovely type. He just, as Mick mentioned in the interview, he's going to need plenty of luck in the early stages from the tricky alley, but if he does, he's in this race right up to his ears.
So Mackenna, $1.65 at the moment. You've said throughout the broadcast tonight, Battler, that that's not a price that you're willing to get engaged in. We've heard your thoughts on all natural. The only dog we haven't heard from tonight is Ronnie Evans and Finesse in box 1, $15 at the moment. If you had to go an each way play or maybe something that the punters can get into, what are we, 6 minutes out from the Golden Easter Egg? Which way are you going?
Oh, the value runners in the race for mine now are Nadel Sheba and All Natural, hovering around the $7 and $8 marks. Mackenna is the on-top selection, and I've got to say I am shocked she hasn't got out of fraction. What is she now, Jared, $1.65?
$1.70 she is now, Butler.
Yeah, look, I think as we get a little bit closer, the traders might take a little bit more of a risk with her. But the value runners, Nadel Sheba and All Natural for mine.
We know the race record is 29.27. Tommy Shelby a couple of years ago, she's run 29.20 and 29.28 last week in the semi-final. If she runs to that mark, can any dog beat her tonight?
Or 29.2?
Yeah.
No, not a hope in 80s of beating her if she's running 29.2. The track isn't lightning quick tonight, so I don't think this race record's in danger, in my opinion.
$1.75 for Mackenna, so slightly on the drift now for the 2024 Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg. It's 5 minutes away from the big one. It's worth $350K, a race every trainer grows up wanting to win. There's plenty of, well, not plenty, there's a bunch of races on the calendar worth more. Battler, we mentioned it earlier on tonight, races like the Derbies, Futurities, Melbourne Cups, the St Ledger or the Paws of Thunder as we know it. They've got history, they've got prestige, and these are races like the Egg that trainers grow up wanting to win.
Absolutely, Simon, particularly the Golden Easter Egg. It's before the MDC, if you ask any trainer in New South Wales, it's always been the Golden Easter Egg. I want to win a Golden Easter Egg. Now with the big prize money $1 Million Chase, I think a lot of trainers lean that way, but it's a special race, always has been. First run in 1990, and it continues to get bigger and better each and every year. And if you have a look at the honour roll, Simon, out and out champions have won it.
You're spot on. Hall of Famers like Brett Lee, who you mentioned earlier on, Power to Burn, Bogey Lee, Ten Hill Doll, even some modern day champs. We've seen She's a Pearl a couple of years ago take home the Egg, Simply Limelight. Who could forget Fernando Bale, of course, Uphill Jill, the list goes on and on and on. So you win this race and you become one of the best dogs in the business. Let's work our way through the field. We're about 3.5 minutes away from the Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg. We'll start with the dog in box 1, Finesse for Ronnie Evans, $13 at the moment with Ladbrokes, opened at 17. So a bit of support for the dog in box 1.
I think he's really come of age in the series. He's only a very lightly raced type. He's been absolutely brilliant, finishing runner-up in his heat. Then his semi-final, he ran 29.91, then 29.71. That's his PB around here. He needs to improve time-wise. He needs to get down to at least 29.4 to win the race. He was super gallant when he was narrowly beaten by Nangar Larry last week. Place chance for mine.
Mackenna, the daughter of Whiskey Riot, she's been the favourite all week. She's been the favourite for the duration of the series. Is this her race to lose tonight?
It is. It is her race to lose. She was only moderately away in a heat, and then she went whoosh and charged to the top and put them away. She began beautifully in the semi-final, and it was all over in a couple of strides. She ran 5:39, 17:65, 11:62 home, 29 and 29 overall. Outstanding performance. If she begins, she should get clear air with Zipping Megatron drawn on her immediate outside because he's generally a moderate beginner.
You mentioned Zipping Megatron. He's a beast. He loves Wenty Park. He's on the upward spiral, but there's so much pace around him.
Yeah, he's a ripping young greyhound. He's won 8 out of 11 overall. He's won 7 out of 9 here and finished runner-up twice. His record's impeccable here at Wentworth Park. He's got a 29.42 PB. He just lacks that genuine dash, but he might be able to just find the rails through the first turn. If he does get the runs, the leaders will want to look out because he's strong.
Can $1 Million Man Pete Lagagione pull off another big race win with Nat El Sheba, his first Group 1?
Yes, he can. He led all of the way in the heat, running 29 and 51 a PB. He ran an early fraction of 5:41, 17:82 to the back. He's got a strong enough run home of 11:62 or thereabouts. If he begins, he can lead. He's got Zipping Megatron underneath him, which is an advantage.
Speaking of dogs that can lead, Nangar Jim has great early pace.
Sure does. He's more known to be a one-turn greyhound, but he's capable on 2 turns. The only issue with him, he needs to strengthen up in the run-home time, and he needs to run a career PB. 29.76 is his PB here. He'll need to go 2/10 quicker.
Jared Timms, Nangar Jim was around the $30 mark about half an hour ago. What price is he now?
Into $19 now, Simon, so there is some late interest.
There you go. All Natural has lived in the shadow of his brother and $1 Million Chase champion. Is tonight his turn?
Well, it could well be. Only 3 runs ago, Simon, he won a Bundaberg Cup. And here he is, aiming up in a golden Easter egg. He was narrowly beaten in the Gold Bullion at Albion Park 5 runs ago. He's been brilliant in both runs here in Sydney, where he finished runner-up first up, and then he won brilliantly in 29.63. He's got a tremendous chance, the value runner for mine.
Nangar Larry, a classy animal, and he's in the right kennel.
Sure is. They know what it takes to win a golden Easter egg. 29.68 winner here in the semi-final. He's a bit touchy, but then he hits the accelerator. If he does get across, he's got a great chance.
And Marvel Zombie, box 8 for Elle, and Alan Manwaring put some serious pace into the race.
Yeah, it would be a great story to see him win. I just don't think he can get across from the wide alley.
Market mover, Jared Timms.
The market mover is All Natural now, Simon, a $7.50 chance. Fourth line of betting, I beg your pardon, at Ladbrokes.
All right, here we go. Time to put, I was going to say something else there. Time to put it on the line, Battler, the banker.
Look, I've got to be with Mackenna. I don't like the price. The only knock is the current price, but she is starting to edge out around the $1.85 mark. The value runner for mine, All Natural, I think he's got a tremendous chance, and then wider out to Zipping Megatron and Nat El Sheba, but I've got to be with the favourite.
I'm with Mackenna as well. I like Nat El Sheba at the each-way odds. Matt Jackson has been our caller tonight. We'll throw it over to him for the calling of the Group 1 Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg.
She's at $1.90, $6.50, good support, All Natural. $7 Zipping Megatron and Nat El Sheba, $10 Nangar Larry, $11 About Furnace. The moment we've longed for. They're just about all ready to run. Mackenna to bounce the favourite. She'll leave from box 2. The green light is on. This is the Golden Easter Egg. They're set to jump. 190 Mackenna. Ready. Racing now, and she left brilliantly. Mackenna, the favourite, straight to the lead from Furnace at the first corner. Nat El Sheba to third, and Zipping Megatron getting up on the rails. They're followed by Nangar Jim next, Nangar Larry, All Natural, and Marvel Zombie. Mackenna midway down the back, she's out by 4 on Zipping Megatron to second. Then Furnace and Nat El Sheba at the home corner. Mackenna, she's 4 in front. Zipping Megatron's trying hard. Mackenna's in front. This is the win of a lifetime. Mackenna won the Golden Easter Egg and beat Zipping Megatron. Photo third, Furnace on Nat El Sheba. Again, Nangar Larry, All Natural, Marvel Zombie. Nangar Jim at the rear. The time around 29.3. That is a special win from a special dog.
Magical Mackenna, 29.33. She's been the favourite throughout the series, 29-2 in the heats, 29-2-8 in the semi-finals, and tonight on a track which has been reasonably slow, 29-3-3. Hell of a performance. The final margin looks like a length and a quarter to Zipping Megatron. A great run from Finesse and Ronnie Evans, who's run into third. And Mick Cowley is with the winning connections.
With a tear in her eye, Michelle Sultana, congratulations. Is that relief as much as joy?
Yeah, I can't believe she's done it now, and it's just so good.
She's an absolute freak. Once she stepped, you must have been feeling a little bit more confident.
I just needed to get clear, and I know the track's really heavy tonight, and I know the dogs would have been coming up behind her, and she just had to keep a lead, and she did, so... Excuse me.
What is this? It's Paula Bella.
Mate. Fucking number one, mate.
Right, I've now got Paula Bella's with me as well. Paul's a trainer. Paul, congratulations. How does that feel, mate?
Oh, mate, I didn't think I'd get excited. But amazing to win it with Daryl, Michelle, and George, and my mum and dad at home as well, mate. Like they're still at home doing the dogs, and my wife. It's just everything. It's ridiculous. We had a plan and
It went off.
come off.
You said you had a plan. This goes right back to when George bought the dog, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, mate. It's just to win it. You know what? This is better than winning it by myself because win it as mates and friends. But it's about Bonnie Mackenna. She's a superstar. She's a dead set superstar, mate.
Mate, you've won a stack of feature races, both of you. What does this mean to both of you to win this race on this night?
Oh, this is my biggest win by far.
Me too.
And to win it with Daryl and Michelle, it's just huge. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Mate, everyone was saying it was her race to lose, but she's almost bulletproof, isn't she?
Nothing's bulletproof, but yeah, she is. She is, mate. She is just unbelievable.
Michelle, what does this mean for you in terms of this is your home city, your home major track, to come here and win the biggest race that is here? What does this mean for you?
Oh, it's amazing. Like, it just, I'm so proud of me and Daryl because, like, we've just put so much into it. And every dog, just to get them to a position like they have been now, and it's I don't know.
Did you think you'd get this emotional about it?
I didn't, because I'm the level-headed one, and I've kept cool all week, and no, wait till I see Daryl, I'll keep crying.
I love him, mate. He's the best, Daryl. Best bloke you ever meet, mate.
Paul, obviously this partnership works now. I can see dogs going back and forth to Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah, mate. They sent me a dog the other week, and okay, I didn't win it. I owe them now, big time. So, but it didn't work. But yeah, mate, how can I complain for the job they do? And there's no stress. It's not about them. It's always about the dog, and they never ring me up with a problem. It's always positive. It's never I've done this, I've done that. It's always Bonnie's done this, Bonnie's done that, and they're the best in the business, and I wouldn't swap them with any trainer that they're going around.
Guys, congratulations. Go soak up that atmosphere.
Mick Cowley there with Paula Bella and Michelle Sultana. Daryl Thomas, I'm sure, is waiting in the catching pen with Mackenna, the 2024 Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg winner. There goes Michelle. Haven't seen her teary before, Battler. This is how much it means to win a Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg. There she is, the winner. The time, 29.33. What do you think of that performance?
It was all over after two strides. She absolutely nailed the jump. She had an uncontested lead, and they couldn't run her down. 29.33, just outside the race record. Zipping Megatron was outstanding to run second, to run it to a length and a quarter at the end. And Furness, gallant in finishing third in the biggest race of his career. But all honours to Mackenna. It's been a great training performance by Michelle and Daryl to get her here to peak on the night. She was outstanding in the heat, brilliant in the semi-final. And in the final, she has gone just even better to take it out and do it in outstanding fashion. And the celebrations continue.
Memorable and magical Mackenna. One person we haven't seen yet is Big Georgie Alvaro, the owner, who went out on a limb, I guess, paid a big price tag to get hold of Mackenna. We saw her come up for the $1 Million Chase last year. She was the favourite for that series. No luck in the semi-finals. You can see how much it means to Michelle and all the other participants. Jack Smith giving her a hug there, Hayley Moffat, and there's Daryl Thomas, the tandem who has done so much good work with this wonderful greyhound. I'll tell you what, Battler, we saw a super bitch running around a couple of years ago in this race in She's a Pearl, and she was the queen of New South Wales racing. I know McKenna's not technically ours, but is it fair to say the crown has been passed to her as the best female in Australia?
Well, on that performance, yes, there's no doubt about it. It'll be interesting the path they plot now with Mackenna. Does she go back to Victoria, or does she stay up here? There is, a ladies' bracelet coming up in the next few weeks. So, does she stay here? Here's the replay, and we can see there she absolutely nailed the jump. She carved across. She took control at the first corner. She had an uncontested lead, and when you're running the times she runs, you can't run her down. Zipping Megatron's run has been out of this world, really, to get within a 1 1/4 when she's running 29.33 up front.
And 5.35 to the first mark.
That is the quickest early section she has run. She'd run 5.39 last week. But as you can see on that lateral shot, she absolutely nailed the jump. And all honours to her. Furness has been fantastic throughout the series to finish third. And Zipping Megatron, I'm sure Mackenna and Zipping Megatron are going to meet again in these big races, because there's no doubt they're two of the most exciting greyhounds in the country.
Well, that's what draws people to the track, to any sport. It's great rivalries. Hopefully they can go head-to-head once again. I spoke about Georgie Alvaro, the proud owner of Mackenna. We've tracked him down. Mick Cowley is with George Alvaro.
I am with the Golden Easter Egg winning owner, George Alvaro. How does that sound, mate?
Yeah, I don't know, a bit surreal. I don't know how to feel. I'm over the moon, obviously, but I've been lucky enough to win group races along the way, but this is a different. This is completely different. Something I can't explain. I don't know.
Hey, tell me how you felt 20 metres after they jumped.
I'm going to be honest. Everybody kept saying to me all night, "You're nervous. You're nervous. Come on, don't lie. You got to be nervous." I just wasn't. I just knew she was in the zone. I wouldn't have swapped her for any other dog in the field, and Daryl said to me this morning, he rang me up, he said, "George, I can't do it anymore. She's on her toes, she's ready to go." And that was it. I just knew she was going to do it tonight. I just had that feeling. And so it's been good, been great.
We speak about the fact that you purchased her, she came on season, all that sort of stuff. Were there any times during that period where you thought, geez, have I done the wrong thing here?
Not really, no. Honestly, I knew how fast she was. The whole country knew how fast she was. She did trial here very fast. I think Michelle and Lee Moore selling it to me and stuff, but no, it never really crossed my mind. I bought her and that was it, But the good thing was I didn't have to think about it for 3 months, because, I kept asking Paul, how does she look? He goes, she still looks the same. It's bloody frustrating. He goes, I can't do anything with her,
Mate, the frustration's all out the window now. Yeah. You forget about all that.
Yeah. No, look, the pressure's off. Paul's won his first Group 1. I'm pretty sure that was Daryl and Michelle's first Group 1. I've been lucky enough to have won one or a couple along the way, but still, this is different, So. No.
I guess that's the thing. People talk about you're the owner of Mackenna, but you've had a lifetime in this sport. You've had that many dogs. Yeah. This is your sport, isn't it?
Oh, I loved it since day dot. Since I was a kid, I had growing up, friends of mine, George Sahalis, his father, Angelo Sahalis, trained dogs, and I was walking dogs in the streets of Croydon Park at 15 and 16, and obviously always dreaming of winning a big race like this,
Mate, she's coming. You better let you go get her.
Let me go and thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There they are, George Alvaro and Daryl Thomas. George, a green grocer from Greenacre, has just won the 2024 Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg. I think we're going to hand over to Ronnie Arnold for the presentation to Mackenna, Golden Easter Egg winner in 2024.
We are waiting on Furness, but we'll proceed for the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful win, a wonderful race, And again, the wonderful name of Ladbrokes is associated with this event. It's a great honour for us all to stand here with Ladbrokes putting their name to the Golden Easter Egg. We look at that prize money, upwards of $500,000 have just been won tonight. I'd like to call upon our Minister to come forward now with the Golden Easter Egg Trophy. The owners are here as well. If I could have a representative along with the Sultanas. George. Come on up, please. Thank you. Thank you. There it is, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, George Alvaro with the Golden Easter Egg. Our second and third presenters, if they could forward as well, well, certainly second for the moment. Yep, they're in the front. Yep. And Jason Magri for the runner-up. Daryl's in. And of course, Ladbrokes, we are so happy you've been involved.
Well, nights like tonight, races like this, and greyhounds like Mackenna are why Ladbrokes love being involved in greyhound racing. Congratulations, Michelle and Connections. Huge night. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well done. And please take back to your management our sincere thanks. Furness has joined us now after taking a while to get through the kennels. Big thrill for Ronnie Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for the winner of the Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg. It is Mackenna that is centre stage tonight.
Everyone group up for the photos. Sponsor, owners, jump into the photos. Make sure you can be seen. Daryl, you come up front, please.
There she is, Mackenna, a deserved winner of the Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg. Michelle Sultana, Daryl Thomas, Paula Bella on track tonight. And of course, Georgie Alvaro told me a great story during the week, Battler, that his wife Rose said to him about 20 years ago, "Where are you going?" It was a Saturday night. He said, "I'm going to the Egg. I want to see the best greyhounds go around." She said, why do you bother? You're never going to win an egg. And he said, "I'll win one day." And here he is with Mackenna, one of the most memorable victories I can remember. And as you say, not far outside the track record, less than a length of Tommy Shelby. She deserved to be favourite. There's a lot of pressure, and often in greyhound racing it doesn't work out this way, but I think she's a worthy winner.
Oh, she's a worthy winner for sure and certain, Simon. You know, we did say prior to the race it was her race to lose. She came into the final after two awesome victories in the Heaton final in mind-boggling times. She only needed to step cleanly tonight and get that fresh air in the first 20 to 30 metres, and it was her race. She didn't only step cleanly, she dead set flew out and had control off the mat, and it was just a brilliant front-running performance, and she has stamped herself as the best female greyhound in the country, arguably the best greyhound in the country, by taking that out tonight. In flying figures, yet again, 29.33 on a track which isn't conducive to lightning quick times tonight.
Well, I know there was a bit of unluckiness in the race before the Embrasoli, but the winning time around 30 and 10, just to show you, those dogs ran against the likes of Mackenna, Zipping Megatron last week and were under the 30-second mark. So for her to do this, I think the other thing that people maybe don't know a lot about, she was in doubt to actually take part in the Egg. She heard a monkey muscle. Paula Bella rang George and said, "I think she's going to miss it." There was some conversations with Daryl, Michelle, and then Mark Ferrugia actually said, "I've got a water walker up here in New South Wales. We can put her in there." and get her mobile and get her ready for the egg. It was touch and go, and now here she is with 3 spectacular performances. I reckon Mark Ferrugia is probably sitting back right now with an icy cold beer thinking, we did it, baby.
Absolutely. I think they might owe him a carton or two for sure. But there's probably more merit in the training performance hearing that story, Simon, because it's not easy to get them to the racetrack, let alone in peak form. And she was clearly in peak form because she ran 29.20 in her heat to take it out. And then she's maintained that form throughout the series. So it's been a great training performance by Daryl and Michelle, and all honours to the both of them. And it's been a big night for the Sultanas. Of course, Sam Sultana, Michelle's dad, won the UltraSense earlier on in the night. So it's been, we say it time and time again, it's a real family affair, greyhound racing, and we've seen again tonight. And
Christy Sultana was on hand as well. We don't see a lot of Christy. She's obviously doing lots of great work behind the scenes with Flying Ricardo, but the Sultana camp took out the Magic Maiden last Saturday night, so it's been a hell of a week. Probably one of the better weeks they've had in their racing careers. And let's have a look at the replay again. Right now, everyone said it around the place, it's over. But who's the dog that can maybe pin her down? Zipping Megatron got into that nice trailing position, but Finesse as well. Hell of a race from the dog in box 1.
Finesse has run the race of its life, and that was only its 15th run tonight. So has run out of its skin. Zipping Megatron's run has been enormous. To go within a length and a quarter of the winner when it's running 29.33, absolutely sensational. As we mentioned earlier, both of those greyhounds are going to contest all of the big races moving forward, and if they're sound come September and October, they're going to be back here trying to win $1 million in the $1 million chase.
Yeah, for sure. I guess that's the question now. Where to? We like planning in any of the racing codes. It's hard in the dogs. They often say 1 week at a time, and it very much is that caper because so much can happen. But you mentioned the Bob Payne Sprint, the Ladies Bracelet are coming up next month. You've got to probably move forward. There's a lot of country cups coming up as well out at Gunnedah and Dubbo over the next few months.
Yeah, these greyhounds I don't think will be targeting those races, the country races. It'll be just interesting what they do with Mackenna. Does she go back to Victoria, or do they keep her up here for a crack at a Ladies Bracelet? Zipping Megatron, no doubt, will go toward a Bob Payne and then maybe a country cup or two, but I can't see them going to any of the country cups with Mackenna. They'll be looking at all of the big group ones interstate, particularly back in Victoria. So, I guess we're going to find out that in the next week or so, where these greyhounds are heading.
Mackenna, obviously a daughter of Whiskey Riot out of Alcyone. Whiskey Riot, a champion in his own sense, and you can see there Hayley Moffat embracing Michelle Sultana. It is nice to see because it can get a little frosty behind the boxes, especially in these big races, but you can see the emotion, you can see how much it means to everyone, and I'm sure Joey McFadden in the background smiling along there. Nangar Jim didn't run into the frame tonight, but a pretty great experience for Michelle, and you can see she doesn't cry. She doesn't cry at all, and she's given us so much emotion, so it obviously meant a lot.
Yeah, well, Michelle's been in the game all of her life. She did have a break there a few years ago when her kids were young and growing up. It's very hard to be riding the greyhounds when you've got young kids. So she had a few years away from the game, but now she's back into the industry full throttle, really, with training in partnership with Daryl. She was helping her dad out when she first came back into the industry. And now Daryl and Michelle have got their own property in Western Sydney, and training plenty of winners, and they've got a Group 1 trophy on the mantelpiece.
And probably one that a lot of trainers, I think, would say takes pride of place. That egg, even though small in stature, it is almighty, sitting atop some of the fireplaces around the country, isn't it?
Yeah, we've mentioned it a couple of times. It's the most prestigious race here in New South Wales. Not the biggest prize money race, but the most prestigious. Before the MDC, it's the race everyone wanted to win here in New South Wales and interstate. The interstaters love coming to Wentworth Park and dream of winning a golden Easter egg. So, I'd say it'll have pride of place on the mantelpiece at home.
There's the final divvies for the Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg of 2024. Mackenna take it out in convincing fashion tonight. Zipping Megatron a hell of a run, and Finesse, a dog certainly to keep an eye on over the coming months. Nat El Sheba running into 4th place as well. Simon Orchard with you. Timmy, the Battler Newbold, and Jared Timms is back from his presentation duties. What was it like being down next to the best greyhound in the country, mate?
It was very, very exciting. A very easy trophy presentation to do, honestly. I've just run up those stairs a little bit too quickly there. Can you tell which one of us wasn't an Olympian once upon a time? But no, terrific. Absolutely great night. And thrilled for Michelle as well. She was really moved by the whole thing. So, no, terrific, Simon.